Hi, welcome back to Hidden Home. Today is kind of our handover day for this Steinway rebuild, so I'm here trying to get some decent shots as best I can on a camera phone, which is frustrating to say the least, but they're not too bad. I think what I really like is the post-production skills to make it super cool, but either way, I really would love to show you around for the millionth time. It's looking really nicely with the shelves dressed. The clients did that themselves. So I'm going to flip you around now and I'll take you through a few of the details. Forgive me if I do it in a bit of a silly order. So, shelves. You can see now how that warm white picks up on the items in such a nice way. The beautiful fabrics. The big screen. Let me turn those lights off for you so we program some scenes. So there we go. Now we've got the kind of TV scene. It's dark enough that it doesn't massively impact on the image quality there, but super cozy, plenty of light to do what you need to do. After that it probably gets a bit pointless on the camera, but I will endeavour to show you. So this one's probably what I'd call box sets, so image becomes significantly darker, or the walls around it do. We've still got just enough light on the rear wall lights and the shelf, but from the viewing position here, nothing distracting. And then the last scene really will be pretty pointless on the camera, but actually I think I skipped one. That was the box sets, and that one was the movie. And then there's an off, which just gives you total blackness. We have got the control system. It's on a charging dock. This is magnetic, and it launches wireless charging into the iPad. The control system works really simply. You just choose what you want and it does all the button presses and becomes the remote you want. Also has a couple of cool features. You can shortcut to native apps there. They're totally pre-programmable, a bit like presets on a radio station. And then when you're done, it will just time out back to what it's currently on. Also have the control system can also do light. Oh, blimey, it timed out on me. We can do the lighting control, so you can get into all of the circuits you want there. These scroll through, or if you prefer, you could just do the shortcut to the Rayco app, and you can do everything you need to do in there. Drag. Oh my god, it's hard to do in film. Drag levels, choose scenes, whatever it is you like, all from there. So that is the control system. That's just using a iPad in the case. It's magnetic. We're still using some old gear. We haven't updated that from when the client's original stuff. So we've got an Oppo Blu-ray, JVC projector out here. We've got tidied up rack. So we've got the Steinway gear, and we've got some old legacy Sonos stuff. There's some Rayco lighting and things on the wall where it was originally, and we've just updated it. I really do feel like this has been a huge success. We've got this beautiful herringbone carpet, which is probably the biggest nod to lower performance in the room. That's the wrong word, isn't it? But we've got this wood up panelling with the copper detailing. Dim to warm LED tape back there. We finished this end lovely with a piece of the wood up we extracted and nail gunned onto the end of the MDF. We've back wrapped this piece of fabric track so you'd never know it was a piece of fabric track. This is how the two panels, a bit of fluff, no, that's just in the fabric. This is how the panels join. It's just the same piece of, same slot in the plastic. You put both things down. We've got these lovely Buster and Punch wall lights with these turned, knurled brass details. Okay, yep, I can get it to focus. They've even got their own little manual switches should you want them. But even like the screws, they give you a excuse me, a little plastic tool to do those up with so you don't mark the brass screws. These are the what called Buster and Punch exhaust lights. They've got a honeycomb in there to really reduce the glare. You can even see on the camera, you can film up inside, which is mad, but it's got the same beautiful knurled details. These are stressless recliners. They're just manual. You just lean back, they go back, lean forward, they go forward. We put these shrouds, these extra little bits on the front so that you didn't get the glare like you do up there a bit, but not once you move back. Got these cool client gave us, well, they did these shelves over the weekend whilst we weren't here. Some cool stuff. And the owner is a writer for TV. So this will be a BAFTA screening room and a few other things like that. It's a stunning room. But Jess is somewhere out doing things. Jess and I were talking about this room and just how do we convey, I guess, our abilities without being big-headed, you know, that we're highly interior design led. You know, we could do the spaceship sci-fi cinema rooms if we wanted to, but we always try to make it just a little bit more, I guess, domestic might be a word, but at the same time still really cinematic. Make it unique without being overly polarizing. Obviously it's always client led, so no matter what we do, the client should enjoy it. But we try to just make them as lovely and as luxurious as possible, but with a huge focus on the acoustic technical abilities as well. We just believe that it should be a human environment in order to really capitalize on the amazing technical capabilities. But I wish the clients weren't so camera shy, because their reactions have been, oh yeah, brilliant to say the least. They really are blown away. They're super proud of it. They've had neighbours round. They're going to have a friend over tomorrow night, I believe. But no, it's a stunning room, and really would love your comments, feedback, as to anything. And yeah, I always really massively appreciate, I don't know if it's Dino Dinosaur or Dino. I always get a bit confused. It's obviously, it should be Dino if Dino is a dinosaur, but who knows. But yeah, no, massively appreciate the interaction and the encouragement and the just, it's brilliant. It's so nice. It really does make it worthwhile feeling like there are people on the other side of the camera that are enjoying seeing what we do, seeing how it's done. I guess getting to know me a little bit. I still feel very conscientious on camera and need to learn to, I guess, become more, well, the opposite of what I'm doing now, the stuttering thing, like eloquent in the conversation. Perhaps I should plan these videos a little better with what I wish to talk about, but I like also the freedom just to be able to turn the camera on, make a video and get it out to you guys. But we go from here straight into another project, provided the last little bit of the finalization is okayed. But as far as I'm aware, it's happening, and it's a very similar room, but the guys are hi-fi enthusiast as well, so there will be a relatively cost-effective equipment-wise home cinema going in permanent situ with the control system and the lighting control. But then there will be over the top a hi-fi system that involves like valve amps, tube amps, whatever you want to call them, with some quad electrostatic speakers, and even that's then piped through a Meridian processor, so that can be in kind of like a quadraphonic type surround system. And there's 2 rail subs that will be used for both movies and music, because the rails have like a high level and a low level input. By that I mean a speaker level, high voltage, high level input, and a line level or low level sub input, so we can use the high level for the music and the low level for the movies without the two interacting or overwhelming each other. And you have 2 independent volumes for them, so we can set them up accordingly. Other than that, I brought that client here because he only lives a few miles away. He absolutely loved this room. Did the itchy nose like I'm lying, but I've actually genuinely got an itchy nose. So I brought that client here. He absolutely loved it. So he was kind of like, yes, I want very much something like this, but just with his unique version of it. I think he's got a big, amazing Pink Floyd image that he wants to put up of one of the band members on stage. Can't remember who he said it was now, but that'll be kind of a centerpiece for the artwork. We've probably got one more wall that could do with that. I've sent him a few images I found on Google Images of color palettes and designs, so I'll probably poach a few of the elements of those and put them into his. We're still working out whether we have the kind of statement fabric. There's not as much budget on the next one, so might get sacrificed because it's quite expensive. It's £150 a meter or so it's a sort of £500-600 investment. Could easily spend more than that on it if you wanted to, but to get a couple of worthwhile panels, it would be something along the sort of 450, something like that mark. But with his one, we think we're going to chop it down the middle and make 2 slimmer panels, perhaps either side of the screen or out behind the quad speakers in the corners. But that kind of level of detail I've still got to get to. It's quite an interesting room, so I've got a few little quirks about the shape of it, so maybe we incorporate that into the design as well. Anyway, video's getting rambling. I know that YouTube SEO type stuff doesn't really like it. I'll get too long, but hopefully you guys don't mind, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.